What is going on, everybody? Thank you for clicking the link. This is your boy Crisis20. Today, guys, you will be learning how to actually understand the Warpriest part of King's Fall raid. Okay, I will break down everything so that way you understand everything, so that way there is no confusion on what you should do and what scenarios each class should do in this particular part of the raid. All right, so let's get it started. So what you guys will need in this raid, you're going to need a sniper rifle and you're going to need a machine gun. The reason why you need a sniper rifle is because the only way you're killing this boss is simply because you have to have a sniper rifle. You cannot come close to him or anything like that. The reason you need a machine gun is because you need to mow down the knights when they come out. So on a particular part of the raid, knights will come out. They're going to be elite, so you need to mow them down as fast as possible to start the next part of the raid. So that's the reason why I say that machine gun is definitely necessary here. You can use rocket launchers or whatever have you. You can carry that if you do choose so. But the point is, you do not want to die if they're too close to you. All right, so to avoid death, it's just best to just carry a machine gun. Make sure you carry some heavy and special synthesis. All right, this might be crucial just in case you run out of ammo. A lot of people don't understand why they carry heavy and special synthesis, even primary sometimes, and they don't understand why they have a bunch of these. And it is for the raid, guys. You will have to pop these once in a while during the raid, so by all means carry as much heavy and special as possible. Primary you probably won't run out of, but you definitely want to make sure you have these two in hand. This raid will be the same for hard and normal mode. Honestly, nothing changes. It's the very exact same thing. All right, so don't worry about running into anything extra when you go into hard mode. All right, so they're both the same. First and foremost, when you're first starting this, you have to designate who's going to be on the left platform, the middle platform, and the right platform. Two people must go on each platform. Once you have that sorted out, once everybody decides who's gonna go where, the left side will control the left door. The people in the middle will control the middle door. You are going to have to worry about 3 doors. One that you just saw, and there's going to be 2 in the farther back of the second video. And the people on the right will control the door on the right. To start the raid off, everybody has to stand on all 3 of the platforms to start the raid, so that the Warpriest could come out in the very middle of the stage. So once it starts, you're gonna run towards the left and hide behind that wall. There's gonna be a wall there. That wall is gonna protect you from Warpriest's shots that he's gonna continuously throw at each and every person at their platforms. Now, just concerning the left side, you're good just as long as you stay close within that wall and then go ahead and kill ads. While you're killing the ads, make sure that you kill the red acolytes first before you kill the elite ones. If you destroy the elite acolyte before you kill the regular acolytes, they will turn to like mini orgs. So they will shoot a beam, a continuous beam at you until you shoot them down. They're easy to kill, but if there is a lot of them, then you will be in a bit of a bind. When it comes to the middle, you do not have to worry about Warpriest shooting any rockets or his bullets at you pretty much. You're completely underneath him, but you have 3 doors that you have to look after and make sure that you do not die. So the middle, usually one person gets the left side and one person gets the right side, and then pretty much you guys watch each other's back and make sure nobody gets killed with First Thrall, or Acolytes. So just keep that in mind. while going in the middle. Also, if you are in the middle, you'll also be entitled to call out when the time comes to do the glyph sequence. And also, you have to keep in mind that in the middle, you also will be getting the red orb, as we call it. I'm sure there's many names for it, but the red orb is pretty much how I'm used to calling it. So I'll call it red orb. You also have to keep in mind that one of you is going to have to get the red orb buff. So on the right side, your hiding spot is usually going to be above the stairway. You can go all the way up the stairs or halfway on the stairs. It really don't matter. Just as long as you stay away from Warpriest's shots that he's trying to throw at you. Also, if you're on the right hand side, you also have to be aware that you have to grab the red orb. And also, the ads, when they do spawn on the right hand side, is going to be a little bit farther away, but most times they'll jump towards you on your platform and try to kill you. So also, there will be wizards that will spawn that kind of hide behind the wall. So if you're looking at where the ads come out, there's like a wall there on the left, so try to throw grenades on that little area there where that big block is at. It's like 2 blocks there or something like that. Just make sure you throw grenades up all over on that side, just to make sure you get the wizards that kind of hide themselves over there. But other than that, all 3, left, middle, and right, will have to destroy ads in the first phase. So in the second phase, or the night phase as I call it, each plate has a knight. This knight will be an elite knight, so they will be a yellow knight, and you will have to destroy the knight as quickly as possible to go into the glyph sequence phase. So you would know when you're in this phase because Warpriest would kind of yell before he sends the elite knights out. It's sort of like he's sending his minions. He's screaming to say, hey, you know, come get these guys that are in my temple, you know, type of thing. And then they all come out at once. This is where you're going to use your heavy ammunition. Use heavies, use snipers. I usually try to snipe them so it will stumble them, so they'll stumble backwards a bit if you get your headshot, and then, you know, your teammate that's with you is going to help mow them down too. So that's what I personally try to do, get a quick headshot. They'll come out through all sides. Once you kill the knight, call out left knight down, mid knight down, and right knight down. Alright, so that way they know that all knights are down, and then the glyph phase will begin. So once the glyph phase starts, you'll know that it started by looking at your bottom left hand corner. It'll say glyph sequence started. That's how you know it started. Usually this happens after all 3 knights are down. Alright, so these 3 pillars, if you're looking at the picture now, there are 2 pillars right in front of you, and there is another one to the left. Looks the same exact way. These pillars will light up. If you look at the very right pillar, it looked like it's glowing sort of with a clear / bluish glow. Alright, that's how you know that it needs to be activated. When I say activated, I mean the platform. The platform has to be stepped on. When you see it glow, that side of the platform needs to be stepped on. So basically all 3 platforms need to be stepped on, but in a particular sequence. Only the people in the middle of the stage, well, only the people that's in the middle where you're at toward the bottom can see what platform needs to be stepped on. Nobody else can see this but you, so just keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that the platform that you see lit right now on this picture is on your right hand side, but to everybody else it's on the left. So make sure when you call out this particular stone, you want to say left. You want to make sure you say left, because everybody is going to think that it's left. You know, you got to incorporate that everybody else is not looking the way you are. So you just got to reverse that part real quick. And also on the left side, you got to call that right. You got to just keep those 2 end pillars in mind. You will have to go through this particular part 3 times. Okay, so the second and third time you do this, the pillars will not look the same. I believe the middle one still stays up, but the left and the right one, the pillars will basically be broken. They will no longer be there. So instead, you'll have a star looking figure looking like this. Now, you also could get the sequence wrong. If you call left, right, or if you call right, left, things like that, the sequence will be broken. This is what it's gonna look like if it's broken. You'll see it says glyph release, sequence broken. That basically means that I did not call out the right order, all right? I must have said left when I meant to say right, things like that. If you step on a plate that is not the right plate, you will see the actual platform start turning red, telling you to get off. Pretty much, and I think it hurts you too. I'm not sure, so you would know whether it's the right one or not. It either hurts you or it rumbles on your feet or something like that. But it basically lets you know that you stepped on the wrong platform and the sequence is in the wrong order. So when this happens, everybody get off the platforms. Once everybody's off the platforms, you can reset and do the sequence all over again. So that's how you would recover from it. Usually it's really like maybe 2 seconds, and then you could go back and hit that platform again in the right sequence. So it doesn't take that long. So that's what you would do to recover from that. Once you complete the sequence, whatever platform is the very last platform, that platform is then going to get a buff. Okay, you're going to grab what I call the red orb. In Destiny terms, the red orb is actually called Brand of the Initiate. So basically, once you get this aura, you can do damage on the boss. Depending on the group you're with, and depending on if you're in normal mode and hard mode, there's a couple variations. So I will go over all of them with you. The sole purpose in getting the Brand of the Initiate is to kill acolytes that spawn when you do get the last platform. The acolytes will spawn in the middle of the stage, and they will always be in the middle. They won't go anywhere else pretty much. Whoever is usually in the middle or right will get the red orb. So one of you guys that are in the middle and one of you guys that are at the right platform will be getting this red orb. Now be mindful, sometimes people be like, all right, you know, in the beginning of this particular part of the raid, people will call out, I'll get red orb or I'll get the brand, things like that. They'll say if they want to grab it or not. If you're doing challenge mode of Warpriest is one person cannot get the aura of the initiate twice. So basically anybody else besides that same person can get the brand of the initiate. So that's how you complete challenge mode. If it is the week where you have to do challenge mode on Warpriest, then that's pretty much what you would do. Alright, so back to the purpose. Now, once you grab this aura, your job is to look for acolytes and kill acolytes. But there's a stipulation. You cannot die, and also you have to kill an acolyte at a time. And if you do die, the aura will just transfer to another person, and that other person will then have to do your job and start killing acolytes to reset the timer. What I mean is, you have a counter. The counter starts from 10 and works its way down to 0. Once you start seeing 5 seconds or so, you want to go ahead and kill another acolyte. This will reset the timer, giving you another chance to have the brand of the initiate. Now, the purpose of you resetting this timer is so that everybody else can attack the boss longer and get his health down as close to halfway as possible if this is your first go around. If you are going on the right hand side, watch this video. You will need to crouch by this rock. If you have the brand and you are going to the middle, this is where you would need to be. You would need to be by this rock. If this was normal mode, you have up to 3 reps to try to kill Warpriest. If it's anything after 3 reps or 3 tries to try to kill him, your squad automatically wipes. It doesn't matter what platform you end up killing him on, either the right hand side or the middle. It really doesn't matter which side you choose. You still get your same 3 tries to kill Warpriest. If you are in hard mode, you have 2 chances to destroy the boss. Now, but there's a stipulation. You only have 2 chances on the right hand side. If you choose to grab the orb, let's just say the last platform is in the middle, you go in the middle to grab the brand, and then you jump to the right hand side. If you decide to go to the right side twice and you don't kill Warpriest within that second try, you automatically die. If you know for a fact on your second try that your team is not capable of killing him in the second try, you must grab the brand and go to the middle on your second try. And then in that moment, it will grant you a third try to kill Warpriest. Now, around this time, hunters and titans will need to do specific things. You guys do have jobs. Before you start sniping the boss, hunters, make sure you have your tether, which is your void, all right, your void class. And for the titans, make sure that you are running weapons of light. If there's 1 titan, run weapons of light. If there's 2 titans, run weapons and run blessings of light. Okay, so you kind of have the best of both worlds. If you're a titan, you must pop these bubbles behind the platform that you are shooting on. You must pop the bubble behind the area of where y'all sniping the boss. So if you guys are on the right hand side, pop it a little farther back from the platform. You don't want to pop it on top of the platform. You're doing this because if I run out of weapons of light, I can reload or something like that. If I'm in my reloading stage, I can quickly sidestep, get my buff real quick, sidestep out of the bubble and start sniping the boss. But at the same time, you do not want this bubble to be too far from the red aura. All right, you don't want it to be far from the red orb. So that's the reason why you're doing it, because you don't want to get out of the red aura. If you get out of the red aura, you will not be doing any damage to the boss. So you have to stay in that vicinity. So that is the role of a titan. Hunters, if you have tether the boss directly. Don't miss, or at least try not to. This will double the damage on the boss, and also everybody's using weapons of light, so you're doing hella damage at one time. So you definitely want to make sure you do tether. If there are 2 hunters in your party, make sure both of you guys organize who's throwing the tether first. You don't want to pop tether at the same time. It will mess up the whole flow of damage. One tether goes at him first. Once it deteriorates, then the next hunter throws his tether, and that will cause more damage as well. So make sure you guys sync and let each other know who's throwing the first tether and who's throwing the second. After you do a certain amount of damage to Warpriest, he will then go into this phase where he calls upon the Oculus. Alright, so this basically negates all attacks after he does this. Everything else is immune. When he gets into this stage, you'll see it on your bottom left hand corner. Everybody has to start hiding. If you're on the right hand side, you would need to hide here, behind that same exact rock where I told you guys if you had the red orb and you need to shoot acolytes, hide behind that rock. So hide behind that same rock. If you're in the middle, you're just gonna hide on the rock in front of you. You would know when to stop hiding when you see this appear on the left hand side. The Warpriest draws power from the monolith. Once you see that, you know that you're in the clear and you can go, everyone can go back to their respective sides. If you are a hunter, go ahead and throw down your vanish smoke. All right, you definitely want to make sure you have your vanish smoke. You should be throwing this down as soon as you see the words, the Warpriest draws power from the monolith. This will honestly make you a better player. People will know, like, all right, he's definitely played this before. If you do that, honestly, it gives you cool points and it helps everybody else out get back to their respective sides without getting into any trouble, you know, getting in battles with enemies along the way. So you're just doing your part as a teammate. You'll get some cool points for it. And I think that's about it, guys. After you go cloak and run back to your respective sides, it's pretty much doing everything I said all over again. So I hope this helped you out. I tried to give you guys as much detail as possible so that way you understand everything. There will be no ifs, ands, or buts about what you need to do. If you liked it, like, subscribe, and I'll be putting out more. All right, more tutorials and stuff like that. So thanks again for watching. Learn it, know it, add it to your repertoire. This is your boy Crisis 20, and I'll catch you guys at another Destiny tutorial. Peace.